We need to read in Kiddushin Afchet Amud Beis. So let's do the Ritvo. It's on the second page. Chidushei Ritvo Masechet Kiddushin Afchet Amud Beis. The rabbi taught us. Rabbis taught us. Iskachli bemone. If the man tells a woman, marry me 100 Jews, I'm giving you, and she answered back, Tnem ala sela, put it on a rock. She's not mekudeshes. But if the rock was hers, she says, put it on my rock. She didn't say my, but we know the rock is hers. Mekudeshes. So there's a lot of explanations here in this Gemara. Comes the Rit when he says, Va'anochoin, the true pshat is, Kemo shepirshu ba'alei HaTosfos. The right pshat the Ritva understands is what Tosfos explained. This is B'siyata Dishmai. The ochel amidin chotzer v'zechiyah didei asin klal. Here we're not coming from the law that is her chotzer, her rock, it's her courtyard, and when he puts it on her rock, it's like her courtyard. The court is midin yad and zechiyah, and she's zoiche. That's not the reason why she's mekudeshes. Elo mipnei, the reason he is mekudeshes, why she's mekudeshes, mipnei she'oitzi mamoino mirshus al piyah. Because he took money out of his domain and upon her mouth. He took our money, he took his money, from his domain, alpia upon her mouth. The Baal Mokayim alone here, the Ritvo brings a yesoid, very important yesoid. The Baal Mokayim alone, elsewhere, we know the aloha is, Shekeshem in the same way. Shim poitoi malveloy. If the lender exempts the borrower to pay him money upon the mouth of others, the others become an exchange. And I said, I had the word exchange, but others become obligated. That's what you have to see. Let's see. Mora Ilbo Metzia, page 112a. He says again, if the Malve told the Loive, you exempt from paying me money, then what's the reason? Because others. So then the others become chayovim to him. If the malve, the lender, exempt the borrower upon the mouth of others, the request of others, acherim, not the malve loive, third party. Yes.
But they're asking him to forgive the loan.
Yes. Let go of this guy. Let go. So they become an exchange thing.
They become hired to pay the loan.
Yes. Yes. Okay, let's see it here. Let's see here.
The Mamela. That's like Mamela. That's done.
It's Kuf. Where's this? Kuf Yud base. I'm looking at the wrong page. It's a Kuf base, Kuf Yud base. One second. Find it here. Here. Kuf Yud base. Amud Aleph. Let's see. Emosai Bisman Shetovoy. It goes on the Mishnah. Mishnah says, Echad Schar Odom et Schar Be'imo v'Schar Kelim Yesh Mishum B'Yom et Nischoi. You have an obligation to pay the wage in the same day. Wage of a man, wage of an animal, wage of every vessel that you rental. You have an obligation to pay in the same day. Not only that, v'yesh mishum lo yitolim pulasochi. You can't even delay the wage till the next morning. It's only when he demands it. If he doesn't demand, there's no evil. If he told him go to the Chenvoni or to the Shulchoni, go to him, you'll pay instead of me. And I'm not over. Okay.
Who's not over?
The Balabait. When he tells them go and get paid by this guy, so basically the Balabait owes money to the worker. And the Chenvoni says, let go. He tells the worker, let go of this guy. And I will pay it. What does that mean? Choizer asochi etzel Balabait, im lo inosan ha-Chenvoni. What happened if the Chenvoni didn't pay? He goes back to the Balabait or not? Rav Sheshes Omar eno choizer. And Rabbi Omar choizer. Omar Rabbi Menoanim lo that he goes back to him. Miktoni eno iver olov. Mi iver odol over, am yad oroda. Only doesn't transgress the Isu. But really, the still has a chiyuv. Yes. Rav Sheshes Omar ma'ino oiver eno b'teras lavo. Rashi, kloima, ein lo olov klum. שיהיה לו בתר הסדום, שום עבירו ישחסו. It's totally erased. בואו מיני מרב ששס קפלונוס. What is קפלונוס? אומן שקיבל אולוב לעשוס מלוכה בכך וכך. אוי ורולו משום בלטוני לא אין אוי ורולו משום. אומן כל משמע כלי. והלבוי, it's a loan. When a craftsman, when a professional person takes a vessel to make something out of it, takes something to make out of it, uman, it's called uman. Is koine b'shvachli, kablonu soibar lo mishum, baltoni no yorshon. Uman koine b'shvachli, does he acquire the shvachli and therefore alvoy? It's not a rental, it's a loan. He owns it. So then when he gives it back, it's like a sell. Yes. So therefore, it's a loan. A loan to who?
The thing he made.
He acquired the shvach of the kli, the benefit of the vessel. He gave him a ring to fix. Now he fixed the ring, he put a diamond, who knows what. So now the shvach he acquires. And now, when he gives it back, it's like a new sale.
ring or the pieces of what?
See the ring.
Gives the ring, it's like a sale.
The new sale, yes, and he has to pay him for it. So therefore, it's not.
What was he give the first place? He invited him to do it work. I don't, first of all, you have to say the case. The case is a guy hires someone to do some work. And it's not clear. It's not clear. Good. I want him to talk. I don't think I want to hear that. He's the shape. What's the case? The guy is a woman. I mean, someone hired him to do some work.
Somebody gave him a ring to fix, okay, or a vessel to fix, and he's an uman, he's a professional, and he fixes it. So now the vessel was worth more. He gave him was worth 5 shekels, now worth 20 shekels. So now 15 shekels in the vessel is his, because uman kone b'shvachli.
But the guy hired him to
So
fix
that,
it.
right?
The guy hired him to fix the ring.
So until he doesn't pay him back for what he fixed, is his. He has ownership in the ring. 15 shekels ownership in the ring.
Oh, until the guy who gave him the ring pays him for the work.
Correct.
He owed the guy
Correct.
the ring.
Right? Until it doesn't pay, it's his. When he gives it back, it's like a sale. Right?
Wow.
So then what? It's a loan. What is a loan?
Ring is a loan.
Not a loan. Nobody when you sell something, doesn't turn to a loan.
No. The sale is on the shvach.
Sell something.
No. The sale is on the shvach. What about the ring that he gave him? And is to give it back?
I think it's like ownership of ship. He owns one part, he owns other. With the ship. That's right.
Shutkas?
That's right, because that's how I always look.
The Gemara says alvoi.
So it means he really owned the whole thing and then it's 5 shekel of what?
Yes. He's coined it 5 shekels alvoi. Or en uma kone b'shvachli. And the whole thing is chirus. I pay him a rental to work. But the whole vessel is mine.
The vessel that he got to fix, the woman owns the vessel when he gets it.
Yes.
Fixed it.
That's the first side of the Gemara. The other side is that it's just chirus, not coined, just chirus. So if it's alvo, if it's alvo, which means he's coining it and the thing is alvo. So then by alvo, you're not over a baltoli. But if it's schirus, you're over a baltoli if you don't pay him on the same day. Or malu Rav Sheshes over, he is over, which means the schirus. But Tanya en over, the answer is also shimcho etzel chenvoni. It's a shulchani. He told him, I will pay you through the shulchani of chenvoni. Again, when I give a ring to a professional to fix, so then what happens? He's over. Why? Because it's chirus. Who's over? The owner of the ring, if it doesn't pay him right away, he drags him. The guy finished to fix the ring. Pay me for it. If he doesn't, he delays the payment, it's over shubal toli. Because he needs to pay him the reward. It's not that he owns it and it's a sale and the ring is a loan by him. It's not a loan. It's a rental. I rented a professional guy to fix my ring. Is it a rental or wage? Now the person, the uman. Did I hire the uman as chivus? And therefore like a wage and you pay him in its day? The professional person that fixed the ring, he now invested in it. So until you don't pay it back, he owns whatever he invested. And the ring of yours, and the old ring, the 5 shekel ring, that what gave him meaning, it's a loan. So therefore it's not a wage, and therefore there's no problem about tolling, of delaying the payment. So therefore Rav Sheshes says, Rav Sheshes wanted to say, Oiver, he's transgressing the issue of paying the worker in his day. The Braisa says it's not Oiver. The Braisa says that the owner of the ring told him, go to Kenvoni and he'll pay for me. Go to the Chichoni and he'll pay for me. So what do we see?
The owner is renting the ring, according to him. He's renting the ring.
According to Rav Sheshes, that his Oiver means he hired the Uman to make the ring, to fix the ring for him. It's like hiring a job. He has to pay for it. Schirus, wage. I hire somebody, he needs to do a work. So I need to pay him. You have to give his wage, his sachar, in the same day. The Braisa says it's not Oiver. The Braisa is talking about that when I gave the ring to the worker, to the Uman, I told him the payment will come through the Chenvoni or Shulchan.
So he agreed. If he told him that the guy had to agree, the woman had to agree that he'd get the money from the other person. You can't just tell someone what then he's going to agree. He's not going to take the ring. But he didn't say it, it was just understood. Because of the custom, that's what they didn't talk, he just gave him the ring and then it's understood and everything.
The case with the Steinmetz house, one of the cases is the company of the concept.
Braisa says, ויש לו אמר, דלאוי לו מכלממה שפוטרו לגמרי, ומסחייב לו שולחוני מדין עורב. דכשמסמיכוי השולחוני, אבי כהן סמוך עליי, ופטור בעל הבית לגמרי. The Shulchani, which means the Chenvani is
The third party.
third party that has a store of food. So he says, come to me. Means exempt this guy and come to me.
But what he said to he said,
The Poel said, the Balabait, when he gave the ring to the Poel, he says, go im choyus. He took him to the Chenvoni or Shulchani. And Shulchani says, don't worry, I will pay you. So what does it mean, I will pay you? Leave him alone, I will pay you. So comes the read when he says, what do we see there? We see there the Be'al Makaimalon, shekeshem she'ipoitro malve leloive al pi achei. If the lender exempt the borrower upon the mouth of others, who is it? The Uman. Sorry, not the Uman. The Chenvoni exempt. The Chenvoni exempt the Balabai
from paying the
from the debt that he owes the Uman. So if the Chenvoni exempt the Balabai from the debt that he owes the Uman,
for the debt, or it's called a payment. A debt is a different kind of concept. Debt.
okay,
Payment is
okay. Then he becomes chayav to the malveh, which means, let's set it up. The Chenvoni exempts the balabait from paying the money to the Uman. To the Uman that works for him. So then what happens? Because he exempts him from, don't go to him Mimele, you have to go to him. Mimele is chayav. Mimele the chelvoni is chayav. That's all. That's all. So same thing is here. When the lender exempts the borrower, says you don't have to pay me because others said so. So others take responsibility to pay. Like the chelvoni says, don't run after the balabai. Automatically, he becomes the chayav.
Who says it's or the Gemara?
Toisus. Toisus finds it like no. The loilom ikle mema shepoitro legamre umischayev lo shulchoni midin orev. Midin orev. The kshemasmicho hashulchoni when who wrote a sign here? The kshemasmicho al hashulchoni when the balabait says go to the shulchoni and he agrees. Avekoimer, as if he said, the Uman, is he saying, Smoch alai, as if the Shulchani says, rely on me. When he says, I'm out, he's in, and as if he, the other guy that agreed to it, he's saying, he's out, and I'm in. Therefore, what? Avekoimer Smoch alai, you put to balabait legamre. And then he goes to the Shulchani. The Shulchani is chayav.
But Zahav means not chayav.
And not only that, who adin avamatzi lemeima, the Shulchani yochol achzor boy. Im lav. The choyer d'avotai, you cannot choyer because it's a key. It's like midin orev is makneten.
Like a dinner.
Yes.
Dinner. Dinner. It's a duck.
That's what I see the Rai here. It's a big shot.
Like or mother?
I don't know. Midin.
The word.
Midin.
That's the din.
Okay, midin from the din. So who adin? The same thing when he tells his friend, 10 money leploini, give 100 zuz to ploini, I will obligate myself to you. Then the son al piv, he gave it upon his mouth. He is obligated to him without pleasure. The Avlekulon, the father of all of that, okay. So what does the Ritva say? The Ritva says, if a person exempts somebody upon the words of someone, that someone take responsibility in exchange. You can't just free other people without taking responsibility. Same thing is here. The woman says, throw those, give the money to this guy, third party. Right? So he took the money out of his domain upon her mouth. So therefore what? The woman needs to take responsibility automatically. The case, she says, he says, I want to marry you with 100 Jews. Just put it on the rock. Okay? So they can be stolen from the rock. God means he took her away from him. Or her rocks belongs to her, what?
Obeyed where he should put the money. He said, I'll marry you.
She's conveying where to put the money. Away from him. So upon her mouth, he took the money away from himself. So automatically, if you ask me, if you ask someone to lose his money for you, you become an exchange to take responsibility of the money. Like the Chenvoni, or like Ben Oren.
So it would be responsibility. It's an Indian of Kedushin, an Indian of well.
When she says put the money on the rock, and he listened to her, she and those words include responsibility. You can't ask somebody to lose his money without taking responsibility. She can say, what is the other side? She can say, I just told you. It's just a decision. The fact that he listened to me doesn't know what it means. Just told him, he listened to me, but doesn't mean to take responsibility. He says, no. If you ask someone to lose his money upon your words, You don't need to say in your mouth that he taking responsibility. It's included. Also here, when the woman told this man, give this 100 to the Pliny, right? Tanem al Sela. She doesn't say, if you put on Sela, I'll take responsibility on the money. And if I don't get married to you, I need to pay you that money. If I realize exchange, so that. It's included. When he took money upon her mouth to throw it away and put on a Sela, in a dangerous place. So automatically she took responsibility. What? Where? That's it. Kiddushin, same Kaddish Lecho. Yes. Oh, here. Over the Hev says Kaddish Lecho. Chet Amud Beis. What does it say there? Says, where is it? Actually, before they're going to sell him Kudeshes, you want to sell us some Kudesh. What does it say? She said what you said. Right. So Rashi asks, "Any Kudeshes? Ve'en on doing militen on the Torah Kaddish Lecho." The awesome he come or he come. איך? מה זאת אותו? מתי זה היה? לא יודע. אתמול בלילה, מה זאת אותו? תזכר גם לתאר לכם במייסים טועים. שיהיה בן תאר. ואין עוד דוים אלה תן מון לפון ניכנס לכו. The awesome he come or he come. She said in the beginning. Give a day now מקדש. אבל כאן משעתי בו, כמו מתן מולך לכם. That's exactly the chiluk. She didn't stay back. Put on the rock and responsibility. He is, and then he says it works. Why? Because as if she said it. We see by Chenvoni, when he says exempted means I'm taking responsibility. When it says ten mon deployni and I'm ischayev lecho, right? So then he mischuyam. Midin orev.
He never said to me, you should be Mifadeshes to me.
Okay. Okay, let's, a good point. Yeah, it's a good point. But first of all, we're talking about now, the Rita wants to know under what basis, when the seller is her, she's mechuyeves. It's not mitzad that the seller is her chotzer. Rather, it's from the side of, oh, take responsibility. That's all he wants to say. Now, what's the difference in her seller or not? She said, you'll explain later on. But we want to know what's the basis of the chiyuv. Says midin orev. Who are same word, the same reason. Throw this 100 Jews to the sea. Or a place which is lost. I obligate myself to you. Obligated. The reason is he took his money out of his domain upon the mouth of this guy. Rather than I did that act, when you request me to do that act, it's not just a request of friendship and listen to me. There is responsibility, my friend. He's obligated, he becomes meshubat with this pleasure. Which pleasure?
The says he's obligated. The
Gemara says he's obligated, she's married. The Gemara says he's obligated or she's married. The question is why? See, he learns that when you take out of your domain upon the words of someone, he has to take responsibility. It is meshubon midin orev, and what makes the kinyan of arevos, the shiabod, is the anor, the pleasure. Without pleasure, which pleasure? That he took them out of the domain upon his words. Okay, that's Toises. That's not who says the Ritva. Umali nosnu la'acheim al piv. What's the difference? Like if I give somebody else upon his mouth a maton gemur, a complete gift, or zol through the sea, or lemoko, or again. So 1 second. I want to know which shiabud is talking about. Shiabud of pleasure that somebody listened to me, or the shiabud is that he becomes my shliach. I get a know that he listens to me, and then I'm in Shabbat, and the whole money, not a knas, and the whole money because he listened to my words. So that's my pleasure of the thing. I used it. He's my shliach to do what I really told him. So therefore, I'm responsible. I take responsibility on the whole 100 Jews. It's not clear. The Ritva used the language bayano. That pleasure that he took, he lost his money upon my word, upon his words. Which I know of Korasur. That's what Korasur means. How do you say Korasur in English? I know of feeling good that he listened to me. If I know if you listen to me, I'm getting I know of the whole money because that's my usage. I told him to throw it into the sea. He's my shliach. So if I got enjoyment of the whole Jews that he did what I told him to do with it. And that's my decision to use my money in such a way to give it away to a third party. Where's the first thing?
He's saying all of them now.
Which ritual? To which page? Daf Zayin Amud Aleph. Yes. So what does he say? Where?
Two lines are for them.
Okay. Yes.
More direct. So that's the law of giving. And right after we get to Kasha from Chesam Beit.
Right.
So you see that Chesam Beit is also
Chesam base when it doesn't work.
Yes.
Right.
The cases of Chesam Beit included. That's the Allah is also from these cases. So therefore the same, therefore whatever is here.
Tell us Mekudeshes. Because he didn't say. But Selah Shelo, he did say. He did say, or you don't have to say.
I didn't think about that. I meant about what that noise. But then there's another side, which is did he say or did not?
It's a cautious.
That I'm lost. It looks like a contradiction. One place he said,
I'm saying that exactly. I'm saying the Ritva learns that there's 3 types of ano. One ano is of Koyasfor, that he listened to me. That's called Shavaputa. Second ano, that he risked his money upon my words. That's another level of ano. And that's enjoyment from the whole money, but its value as part of the money. And there's another type of ano, that he got rid of his money, gave away my money upon my words. So then my enjoyment that he listened to me, that he totally got rid of the whole 100 Jews, is as I enjoyed the entire 100 Jews. It's valued, the price tag is the whole 100 Jews. Because he lost 100 Jews on my words. So it's not a koyas ruach that he listened to me, I feel good worth a puta. And it's not a koyas ruach, and it's not enjoyment that you risk the money upon my words, we'll get back the money. There's a risk, so it's worth X amount, more than the puta, but still not the full value. Rather, my enjoyment is on the full value. That when he gives the whole 100 Jews away, the maton, they'll throw it to the sea. Which is lost upon my words, so I enjoy that he did the usage of that money, totally destroyed the usage of complete destruction. So my pleasure is the full value. And what's important is, this is for you, Rabbi, According to the Ritva, it's not that when I get rid of the money, I'm giving it to you. The akno, because that's a usage. It's different. You can say, like we'll see soon the Rashba. The Rashba says that the receiver who I give it to has to be a bendas, cannot be a cheresh, cannot be shoite. The third party, if I throw it to the sea, there's no din arvus. Only when the receiver is a receiver of Barkinyan bendas, then the Yerushalmi brings down his maknet in. Well, that's not the ritvo. That's exactly. Not only is not the ritvo mitzad that is not taking away rather somebody's maknet in. No, there's more than that. When the husband gets rid of his Jews, it's not the receiver doesn't do the kinyan, rather he does the kinyan. He's maknet to the owner and always giving it back, and I'm a shliach. That's akno. That's Rashbam. Akno. And what way? So now we see, and what way is Kibel? And what way is Kibel? Because he enjoyed the entire value of the monies by destroying, by doing his request. Let's say, usage means I take my money and I buy something with it. I throw it to the sea. So when I throw it to the sea, it's my money. That's my usage. And these are destruction usage. When I tell him to do that destruction usage, means I find my words, he used it in such a way that he destroyed it. So that's my pleasure, decision of my pleasure. I decide that was my pleasure. No, there's many levels of ano. One was only Shova Puto. Another ano was I'm saying there is 3 levels of ano, and you can give different price tags. What? Right. No, there's a case. There's a case that once. Un momento, I'm explaining. I know, but one is one. Right, my friend. Right, I know that. I know that. I'm answering you. The answer is one is a complete matona, one is alvo. That's not true. Well, both cases are ordered, but one is ordered that he totally destroyed the money, gave it away, threw it to the sea. So it's a complete usage of destruction usage. So that's a usage of the entire money, and one is lending and get it back. So which case you talking about? Kenvoni, what are you talking about? Which one? Yes. Is different. That's alvo. Right. Right.
One case of a vote, the case of a restaurant. And one of them he says Kibel, and the other one he says shall be proved. So which way? So then it's contradiction.
So the answer is that when I get a no of Shava Puto and a no of Kurasra Shava Puto and a no of risking his money upon my words, I consider it as not a knas, as I got pleasure from the entire money. But not 1 second. Let me explain. When I get a pleasure that he risked his money, means I enjoy the entire money, but the value of the enjoyed entire money is usage of 30 days that he's going to use and he's risking his money by giving somebody else. The 30 days after the money come back. So I enjoy the entire money, but the value of the enjoyment is the interest of using money for 30 days. So I enjoy from the entire money, but I didn't enjoy the entire money. And it's different. The price tag is not the whole money. What? It's less than the value of the loan. That's
So much less. It doesn't even, it's not even consideration.
he says, אבל לא חייב אגב למדתי לנו להיות לענות שמאל עצמו, מכאן אשר ביענו, זה שהיה פרוטו. So it's value of pruto, a couple of prutois, 10 prutois, but in reference to 100 sous, yes.
Say the other thing, the other possibility of a no. It doesn't say it in the words. There's no reason you should not say those say it better.
He says, I'm no shabe pruto, the yovel poni money b'diburo. At least if somebody gives money upon my words, I can divide that into two. I feel good that he listened to me. Number two is that's my usage. What? Right. He says not the full value. Why saying shabe pruto? Because if I told him to throw into the sea or to give it away as a matana, there it's not a no of shabe pruto. It's more of that. It's a no of the whole 100 Jews. It's because we explained yesterday that Rashbam, the Rit was talking about two types of cases. Alvo and matana. What? I'm not saying a proof. I'm explaining to him.
That's the sport that what you said yesterday. Is it Svora or someone said, one of the Rishonim said it?
First of all, it's a stira, it's a theory. There's a stira in the Ritvo. That's what the Machlefayim says. One place the Ritvo says, Anov Shalom Pruta. And if you look in Boabas and Bometzir Samachtet, he says that as if the 100 Jews came to his hands, and then he gave it back to the person to give it to a third party. She's my messenger, but I received it. So I received the whole 100 Jews. So what's going on? Which Svara is true? So he's saying there is a matana. Both are true. Both are true. So one here he's saying I'm not sure of Pruto, and here he's saying the whole 100 Jews came to my hands. And say by when the wife tells her husband, give a gift, it's never come back to you. So then I enjoy the whole 100 Jews. But upon my words, because that's my usage of destruction. He's not going to come back to him. When I say lend it to him, the money will come back to you. Just a risk. So it's enjoyment of risk. Upon my words, you risked. So I enjoy the entire money of giving risk to the money. So it's only like value of Pluto, not 100 Jews. It's not the full value of 100 Jews. It's less. That's what it means. And in Purim, you have two putas. One is, I feel good, they listen to me. One is that I use the money in risk. See, upon my words, you risk his money. So that's a certain type of usage that I took responsibility and enjoyment, they listen to me, to do that. And that's worth a puta. Yeah, that's my song. That's my answer. That's all. But when he gives a full gift, so then you can't say, I only feel good that he listened to me. He listened to me that the money will never come back to him. So therefore, he becomes my messenger to use the money in my way. So I gave him, and what way to use. So I can't just tell him instruction to do, totally destroy that money, and I don't take responsibility on the full money. And how? He says, with that pleasure that he listened to me, which means, which pleasure of listening to me? It's not a pleasure of a pruto of listening to me, it's a pleasure of the entire money. Because I told him to destroy it. So it's like as if that's my usage that I decided to use it. So I can take responsibility for money upon my words. That's what I said. Email, we answer the steers. Yes. Where's alone? Right, so good.
One place he says, keep
Yes.
So it's both alone, but you can't make a feeling of both.
I answered you 5 times. You didn't listen to me. No, what I heard. No, what I answered. What I answered. I'm saying like this. I'm saying when I listen. I think the Ritvo in Kuf. Right. I'll explain. No, it doesn't say. In Kufa and Gmail. In Kufa and Gmail, we're talking about where are you talking about? Which Ritvo? But which Ritvo and which Masech and which page? My Rabbi Yosef Chaim, I have a ritva here, pointing somewhere which I don't see from here to there. Which ritva? Which ritva? Quote the first, not the first, which page? Which page? Not over here. Under which page? Okay. Right. Shavia Puto, yes. Right. Yoiv money leploini. He gave money leploini b'timor, but he gave it as a loan, not as a gift. Since he starts by a Orev, and Orev is a loan, he starts by the normal case of an Orev, which is a loan. Right, but we're learning from the core deen. We're learning from the core law of Orev. Orev can extend also to matana. So before, right? Not he didn't say it by Orev. He said it by the case of the Gemara. Good. So now when he explains the word Orev, he's first bringing the case of Orev, which is alvor, and
Din
Orev. You know, I know that. But first he brings the case of Orev, and then the Gemara uses Orev Lav Afalgav also here. So it says Orev and also here. We first bring the case of Orev, then we extend it to the case here. So now the extension of Orev to here, the classical case of Orev is Alvor. Then he extends it to Kiddushim, which is also, he talks about the case of Alvor. Let's use the word of Anosh, of a Pruto. And Anosh doesn't be only one Pruto, it can be two Prutos, three Prutos. It's not the full value of the 100 Jews, that's what it means. But when he gives it away as a matona, so he can't say, I enjoy a Pruto that he listened to me that he destroy his money. Hey, my friend, when I destroy my money upon your words, as the Ritva says somewhere other places, it's you took the responsibility of the whole 100 Jews. So the Anos, listening to you and doing what you want on the money, destroying it. It's a svara. And therefore, if we say this svara is true, then we have an answer in the language. Why by Kiddushin Daf Zayin he calls it Bayanov Shavaputo. And if you read Bometzia Daf Samach Tesamud Beis, the Ritva says as if he received all 100 Jews and he gave it away to a third party. Bometzia Daf Samach Tesamud Beis. Yes. As if the 100 Jews came to my hand, the Chorzain went back, gave it to this guy, and he threw it to the sea.
There's no reason in the world that you can't have both mechanisms. So therefore, the case doesn't see what's on.
Yeah, always we can have shlichus. It's not a problem, but always you can have shlichus. But what does a shlichus does for you? But what does a shlichus does for you? Does a shlichus does for you that you enjoy the entire money, and it's valued, the price tag of your enjoyment is the value of 100 Jews, or the price tag is less because you just listen to me and you risk your money, so the price tag of listening to me is not the full value of 100 Jews because you didn't lose the money. You get 100 Jews, you're getting back the money of the stream back to you, right? So you can't say I enjoy my 100 Jews. That's a small. And therefore, but in the case where you ask the other guy to just lose the 100 Jews, say, hey, my friend, your pleasure is expensive. I'm losing 100 Jews for your words. So it means your enjoyment has to be on the 100 Jews. As if you got it and I gave it on your shlichus or somebody else. That's why both are true. Depends on the case.
You can't explain why didn't say
Didn't say what?
You can't explain why did not mention other.
Which other possibility of unknown?
It's not Shabbat.
This is Shabbat.
It's not Shabbat. The mikvah doesn't mention that.
Oh, no. Now, let's say, you know what, to be extreme, to explain to you better, could be that value is only a puta. But that puta comes from the enjoyment of the entire money. That's what he means to say. That's all he said. Not where. Right. So what does it mean? I got a value of puta, of enjoyment, and that puta, for example, I'll tell you what, if I need to pay insurance when I risk money, a puta. How do I look at that puta? I look puta that I enjoy puta, the insurance company enjoy puta, so they responsibility on puta, or they enjoy puta that because I took a risk upon them words, and I paid them a puta for that. That's what they got. They take responsibility on the whole money, and risk of the entire money. That's what it means. What? Right. But now there's a knas. Now that he received the puto and he's koinis himself for the whole 100 zuz. That's not a knas. That's what he says. The koinis atzmo. The puto that I got is from as if he got the whole 100 zuz in his usage. Which usage? Risking the money. There's usage of risking money, and you pay for it. A puto. 10 putos are not the full value of 100 zuz. That's what it means. Why not?
By us, and when he wanted to talk about responsibility, he's willing to say only one hanor, this hanor.
Al pi diburo.
Why he tries to withhold that?
Because it's not his subject. He's not talking about now, he's not his subject of asmachto. So then he said, I gave a puto, so I'm a puto, you mishabish of the whole thing. That's probus, as you say. It's not a knas. I enjoy the whole thing. From the whole thing I enjoy because he listened to me to risk the whole money upon my words. So that's my words and my enjoyment that he risked all his money. Now one puto, that's not a puto. Why? That's not true. Mikidushin is on one puto. Yes. That nafkamin still stays. From 100 zuz to. Oh, that's included when you say money. 100 zuz to a puta is included. Because I tell you why I'm answering you. Because it's very hard to define how many putas. You can say one puta for sure. Between one puta and 100 zuz, 100 money, you don't know how much is value of risking pleasure, of listening, of using money, risking, on my words, to risk somebody's money. How much is worth? How many putas? One puta, puta and a half, 5 putas. You don't know. So he only sticks to one puta. But that's clear. It's value is worth a puta. It's definitely value of money. A value of a puta. That's all he says. You understand that? Let me show. That's all. Simple. It's not complicated. Okay. Yes, go ahead.
Slichus, you have to formal arrangement that's done between two, not just mamelos, the words, and it's understood, do this thing that you become a shliach automatic. You have to appoint a shliach, and you have to agree to be a shliach, not just you say words and now it's a shliach. Where did that come from?
Very good. Okay, so the Ritvo comes to say that when you need to appoint somebody shliach, when he doesn't do an act of risk or an act of destruction of money, but when upon somebody's words, when I deduct somebody do this, and when he's going to do something in front of you that he will lose his money or risk his money, you can't say your words without appointing shliach. You're not taking responsibility. That's why he brought the case of Bometzia and by Orev, that when I say to you, lose the money upon my words, means I'm taking responsibility. It's included and it's all there.
But it's not direct, it's indirect.
Indirect, yes. That's the chiddush of the Ritva. And therefore he says, when the woman says, put the money on the rock, It's not because the rock is hers and it's a courtyard and she acquired a management condition. She told him to put his money away from him. Final words. So it's included there. Be my shliach. I'm taking responsibility. There's enough to say. It's a svara. And that's when he brought a raya from a mitzvah of the chenvani. When he says exam, it's included. It's chaya. Okay. Yes, yeah, you have to bring right this svara. It's all svara. The Hanania ben Akashon. Brought HaKadosh Baruch Hu l'zayis v'lefika. Here by the Torah Shalaman of the man to go to Robiati. They'll be skadei shemeirabo. Don't money will say me at the man will say. Hi, holy, holy, the whole base is spoiled. Bad, the Lord is my coming woman. So I must say, Isa no, Isa le Isa lo show you. They love me come cosa she was so like so. Don't go money will be. Alex Roy, but no, but